Well, it's me. I'm back again. Good old GRAMBO. I liked Obama's speech that he made at Notre Dame today, giving credit where credit is due. I think that perhaps we're going to be able to come to a meeting of the minds when it comes to abortion. I didn't like the fact that I think he was the only one in Indiana that voted to take a baby that was a failed abortion and was alive and just ignore it until it died. A person like that, mother or doctor, should know there are so many people that would love to have that baby. And for the woman to be so selfish that because she didn't want it, she didn't want anybody else to have it either. That baby, those babies deserved life. When it was in the first trimester, I didn't really like that either, but that's one thing. But to take a baby and give it partial birth, crush its skull, or leave it in a crib in the corner to just die from starvation is simply wrong. There's something wrong when people think that, you know. And we have gay marriage in New Hampshire now. And I'll be happy to marry those young couples or old couples, whatever. I was against using the word marriage, not against same-sex couples, not at all. And so now that it's legal here in New Hampshire, I'd be happy to perform any number of weddings. But they have exempted, I guess, just different, I think, from other states, because they hold churches are exempt from that. They don't have to perform same-sex marriages if they don't want to. So that is apt to make some people in the Christian right a little happier. But you know, we have to agree to disagree. We're not going to agree with everybody all the time. So I'm anxious to hear from my first couple, because I haven't heard from anybody yet, even for a civil union. Now you got your Nancy Pelosi. That woman is going to have to step aside. She's accusing hundreds of people in the CIA of misleading Congress when so many were at those meetings, including her. She knew that that one guy was waterboarded 83 times before they finally got anything out of him. And just like I can't say, for instance, that Obama is pro-abortion. He isn't. That would be like you saying to me, you are pro-waterboarding. If he was pro-abortion, he'd want every baby to be aborted. And if I was pro-waterboarding, I'd want everybody in the country waterboarding at some time in their life. There's a big difference. I do not consider that terrorism. They survive. They know they're going to. There's even a doctor there when it's applied. What I think is torture is pulling out somebody's fingernails one at a time with pliers, hooking up electric wires to their testicles, tying their hands behind their back and then tying them to the ceiling. Those things are torture. This waterboarding thing, they always survive. They know they're going to survive. But they're trained to know what's going to happen to them. They're trained to be able to, what's the word I'm trying to think of, resist a questioning. You know, I don't know how extensive it is, but they have been taught how to deal with us in what we do to terrorists. And I know calling the jihad terrorists hurts their feelings, but that's what they are. Now, another thing, we got this business with Gitmo. He doesn't know what to do with him. The day after he was elected, he said, I'm going to close that Gitmo down there. Where's he going to put him? We're going to have to build a whole new prison for them. And I'll tell you something. If this is the way that it's going to be, I suggest that they kill them on the battlefield. And don't bother to take terrorists unless you know they might possibly have something we can waterboard right out of them. Otherwise, you're there in a war, kill them on the battlefield. Then you won't have to put up with all of this. They kill our people. I don't know they take any hostages. They don't have any that I know about. They kill them. So we don't know what to do with these detainees. We don't know where to put them at all. Kill them. Blow them right up. Throw a grenade at them, something. And we won't have to worry about Gitmo anymore. And all the loony left will be so happy. Don't you think? And of course, Joe Biden, he's at it again, telling where the bunker was that held Dick Cheney on 9/11. He's a gaffe machine. What? If you know, I hope Barack Obama lives through these 8 years. If to have Joseph Biden for a president would be a disaster. I couldn't take it. I just couldn't take it. There's something really wrong with that loser. The funniest thing was when his wife said Joe had his pick of whether he wanted to be Vice President or Secretary of State, and he chose Vice President. So Hillary had to take what was left over. She would have loved to be Vice President because then she could have had somebody bump off Barack and then she'd be President. Barack Obama would have had to have hired a taster. You know what that is? Like way in the Roman days? Yeah, the kings or pharaohs or whatever they were had a taster. They'd taste the food first. If they didn't die from poison, then the emperor or whatever would then eat. So that's what they would. If she had been Vice President, he would have had to have that. He might even now. Joe Biden. Oh God, I can't. It's so funny. I can't take it. There was something else I was going to say. Oh shoot. I can't think of it. I'll get back to you.